If you're tired of sponsored Web3 videos where nobody shows real earnings unless you invest hundreds of dollars, this video is for you. Today I will show you 4 Web3 games that I'm personally playing right now, where you can start small, scale over time, and actually make money if you know what you are doing. Some of these are better for free to play, some are better if you want to invest, and I will explain exactly why. I'm Serber and let's get started. The first game is Sunflower Land, and for me this is still the best Web3 game right now. If you want a game that is simple to play, low budget friendly, and actually lets you grow over time, this is the one I would start with. It has around 20,000 daily active users, survived the bear market, and the team keeps shipping useful updates. Sunflower Land is a Web3 farming game on the Polygon network, but if you think that you need to understand how the blockchain works to play this game, I'm happy to tell you that you are wrong. This game is so simple that you almost don't need to interact with Web3. To get started, you only need a wallet like MetaMask or Ronin. Later, when you want to mint your land as NFT on Polygon, you only need a few cents in POL tokens. And if you get stuck with that part, just message me on Discord and I will help you. Sunflower Land is a farming game you can play on PC or mobile through a browser, which makes it very easy to access. You grow crops, collect fruits, chop trees, mine resources, and use all of that to upgrade your farm, complete deliveries, and mostly importantly, sell resources on the marketplace. And it's not like in Pixels, where you need to play for hours to earn a few cents. No, here all you need to do is log in often in order to increase your earnings. For example, I focused on advanced crops with my skills, which means I only need to log in once every 10 hours to plant crops, and that takes me about 1 minute to do. Then I log in about every 4 hours to mine stones and collect fruits. I spend 2 minutes on this activity. Also, every day in the morning I spend 10 minutes doing daily deliveries because I'm participating in the seasonal chapter race. And that's another story, because every 3 months there is a chapter race where you can win different NFTs and overall increase your earnings. But for this, you need to be more experienced in this game. Now the main question: can you actually earn here? Yes, but not instantly and not by playing randomly. In the beginning, when you start, it might be difficult because low-tier players have a 50% fee without VIP when selling resources. If you manage to buy VIP, which is about $10 for 3 months, you will pay only a 25% fee. The best island to produce and sell resources is Desert Island. You might need about 1 month without investments to get there, but then if you get VIP, your fee will be only 10%. That's when you can start earning. You might want me to answer how much, but in this game it's very difficult to give you an exact amount, because there are so many different strategies and ways to play. Earnings will depend on how well you manage your resources. I have many videos about this game on my channel about strategies and tutorials, and you can check them all. Once you reach Desert Island and play efficiently, I think earning around $20 to $50 a month without extra investment is realistic. And do you want to hear the best part of this game? You can reinvest all your earned money to buy NFTs that will boost your earnings even more. In many of my videos, I explain which NFTs have a good ROI time. So even with a small investment like $10, some NFTs can recover pretty fast and keep improving your account over time. There are also expensive NFTs that cost hundreds and thousands of dollars. This is a game for different tiers of players. If you don't have a budget to invest, that's okay, because you can earn without investing. If you have a budget to invest, that's a perfect game for you. We currently have the biggest Sunflower Land community on Discord, link in the description. If you want the best all-around Web3 game for both low budget and long-term growth, this is my number 1. The second game is Axie Infinity, and before you skip this part, hear me out. Axie is not what it used to be, but there are still ways to make money here if you know where to look. In Axie there are basically 3 ways to earn: by being a scholar, by being good at the game, or by investing and building a system around other players. First of all, you need to understand that Axie Infinity is no longer the same game as it was a few years ago. You can't earn free money out of nowhere. In Axie Infinity, you need to master a skill or invest money. The first way to earn in Axie is by being a scholar. If you have time, you can be a scholar in Axie Homeland, but for that you need to find someone who has lands and wants to delegate them to you. But that's not a perfect method, because first, Homeland will close in a few months, and second, you need a good PC to play this game. But in Homeland, by spending 1 hour of your time daily, sometimes you can win $2, $5, or even more. If you are still interested, I might have free accounts with some lands on them, because I manage plots for different owners. And if you want to invest in Axie Infinity and you want to buy some lands, you can message me so I can manage your lands. The next method to earn in Axie Infinity is by playing Axie Origins. It's a card game where you need to climb ranks, battle against other players with Axies, and at the end of an era you are going to receive access tokens. There are plenty of managers in the Axie Discord. You just need to have a little bit of free time and also understand the mechanics of the game, because if you keep losing you can end up with no earnings. The other method to earn in Axie Infinity is by participating in the bounty world. This is a simple way to make some extra money every week. You just need to complete simple missions daily, and at the end of the week you will get access tokens based on your position. You can even invest and buy slips from other players to reroll quests, but that's more advanced gameplay. In Axie Infinity you can also offer XP servers. You can level up Axies and sell them or release them. There are some methods to earn money, but it won't be super fast, and also it's not very easy. Right now I think this game makes more sense for players who either have skill or want to invest serious money and build a system around it. A few years ago it was way simpler, but now this game has evolved and you need to adapt. You need to think and find hidden opportunities, but earnings are possible once you understand the game. Also, Axie is building its next big game, Atia's Legacy. If that launch goes well, it could bring a lot of attention back to the ecosystem, so it's definitely something worth watching. If you already understand Web3 games and want more advanced earning methods, Axie is still worth looking at. The third game is Moku Grand Arena. It's a newer card game on Ronin, and the main reason I'm paying attention to it is simple. The current season has a huge prize pool. Season 1 has already started and it has a prize pool of $1 million. Right now the goal is to collect enough MXP during the season, because that is what decides your share of the rewards. Right now, if you have 10,000 MXP, you will get almost $100. I, for example, have 20,000 MXP, and if I keep increasing my MXP amount, I might earn close to $200 at the end of the season. But what is this game and how do you earn here? First of all, it's a card game. You need to have 1 skin card and 4 champion cards in order to build lineups in the game and enter contests. You can buy cards on the marketplace, and the price is very cheap for low tier cards. But in order to enter a contest, you might pay gems or USDC. The cheapest contest costs $1, and if you win that, you will get $1.75. There are also more expensive contests, but since you fight against other players, you need to understand how the game works before entering them. It's not a free-to-play game, and without even a small investment you probably won't get far. I see this as a game for nerds, in a good way. You need to study matchups, track performance, and make smart contest choices if you want to stay profitable. And your main mission is not to win every contest. No, that's just impossible. Your mission is to win 60% to not lose money over time and just keep entering new contests every day. Because for each contest you receive MXP, and MXP equals money at the end of the season. The more Moku XP you have, the more you will receive. There are also free contests, but in these you only earn if you end up in the top 5% of players. That's not easy, and you need to have many cards available, but that's totally possible. My recommendation, if you want to enter this game, is to start with contests only for common and rare cards, and the ones that reward 50% of players and not 20%. Also participate in contests that cost $1 to enter or $2. Don't spend too much money. Overall, it's a good game because you won't spend a lot of time, but you can keep losing and not getting any money in return if you don't understand the mechanics of this game. Right now, I'm trying different strategies to record a video only about this game, and more info you can find on my channel or in my Discord server. And if you're planning to start playing Moku game, enter our Cryptosis Club, where I will send you free bonuses as you play and participate in contests. If you like strategy and don't mind learning a lot, Moku has strong upside but also more risk. The fourth game is Fishing Frenzy. It's not the biggest game on this list, but I still play it every day because it only takes a few minutes and actually has some solid low effort potential. As you might understand, in this game you need to fish. That's why it's called Fishing Frenzy. Every day you get free energy which you can spend on fishing and then get fish in return. By fishing you will also get XP, and this XP will count toward the weekly leaderboard. Obviously you cannot get high rewards by using only free daily XP and spending 2 minutes a day, but the fish you get you can sell for gold and then buy energy, or you can cook it at the restaurant and get energy in exchange. What I recommend you do is cook your fish at the restaurant because you will also get XP and participate in the second leaderboard. the cooking leaderboard, where you can also win rewards. Also, cook cheap recipes. Don't cook if the recipe requires 2 legendary fish or 2 epics with 2 rare. Recipes that ask for 1 epic or 2 rare or 1 legendary are good and give you a very good amount of energy back. In the game, there is also a risk to earn mechanism: diving. You can dive using in-game resources or using RON tokens. If you get lucky, you can win more than you spend, but on average, you will end up losing. So don't try to be an addict in the risk to earn mechanism. You will not make money. To participate in the prestige leaderboard, where you can actually win rewards in fish tokens, you need to have at least a 200,000 karma score. That means you need to buy fish tokens, stake them for a year, and you will receive karma score, meaning you need to spend $25 in order to start earning well. And by staking that amount of fish, you will earn free fish tokens on a daily basis, which means you will ROI very fast. Overall, this game is good because it's idle. You don't need to grind for hours. A few minutes a day are enough to keep growing your account. And I heard that the devs are cooking something big. Maybe it will increase the fish token price, and that means you will need to spend way more to get a 200,000 karma score. Overall, I like this game because it's simple, idle, and easy to fit into a daily routine. If you want something simple, casual, and low effort, Fishing Frenzy is a nice side game. So these are my top 4 Web3 games right now. If you want the best all-around game, I still put Sunflower Land at number 1. If you want a more advanced ecosystem with different ways to earn, Axie Infinity is still alive. If you like strategy and big prize pools, Moku is worth watching. And if you want something simple that only takes a few minutes a day, Fishing Frenzy is a great side game. None of these games are instant money printers. You still need skill, patience, and a good strategy, but compared to most Web3 games out there, these are the ones I actually trust enough to play myself. Don't forget to join my Discord community, all links are in the description.